あ、これバムですね。うん、わかる。ファン？いや別にファンではない。面白い面白い。うん。バムの試合面白い。まあ階級が合えば、バムが上げてきて、タイミングが合えば、もちろんそれは興味はありますよ。でも自分はバムの試合は好きですよ。
I know a lot of people want to rush you. They want to talk about the Inoue fight. They want you to look past your opponents and things of that nature. But how you prepare for this upcoming fight?
Just stay mentally locked in, mentally, physically, giving my 100% each day in the gym. So I make sure to come out here Saturday night and put on the show.
And how many weight classes you think, and by the end of your career, if you could draw it out, how many weight classes you think you could go?
Definitely 126.
126?
Yeah.
You trying to be a full 5 division world champion?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
How many pound for pound fighters has Inoue beat?
No, we're talking about the lower divisions,
answer the
man.
question,
we're talking about the lower divisions.
Answer the question.
Probably
none.
Zero.
Not even in the top 10, Barack.
So what?
But Barack, you know.
I know.
I've been saying
but
it.
let's not fast forward though.
No, I want to
What makes sense right now?
I want to see ahead. Can I see ahead? Can I peek like this?
Go ahead.
And see ahead. I want to see Inoue versus Bam Rodriguez. I know they're not the same weight class.
Would it be fair right now? You can't ask them to come down.
You can when it's a big fight, when it's a big money fight.
Inoue and Bam and are different when you put your eyes on them.
Nice.
The reason people wanted to see Pacquiao and Mayweather fight, well, they both demoed Hatton and Cotto, right?
Right.
But it was also when you watched them, you were watching something that was different than everyone else in the
Stood
sport.
apart.
Yes.
Bam is one of those guys, and if not for the fact that he's short with a short reach, I would take him against the monster. However, the fact is he is short with a short reach, and the monster is a lot. What do we all think about this?
He still has to prove himself at 118 pounds and 122 pounds before we can say, okay, maybe he can't.
Inoue's manager came out and we spoke about it earlier in the week that Turkey Al-Sheikh has offered up to $13 million for a fight, and y'all was talking these fights at 26, and I said, hold up, man, what about my boy Bam going up to 22?
You did.
And Eddie Hearn has now came out publicly and he's saying that is the fight he wants for Bam, and that he's going to speak to his excellency.
The big one for me would probably be Inoue against Bam Rodriguez. That's top. That's the one I want to watch.
Yeah. That's a boxing IQ at its
That's
peak.
like Pacquiao and Mayweather. Like if they would have fought in their prime, you get me? They never did. It was not in the prime. They could still make the fight happen, but it was not in the prime. Right now, Inoue against Bam Rodriguez, brother. Man, I'll pay top dollar. I'll fly to Japan, wherever. I want to watch that fight.
And you know the beautiful thing about that fight is I think we still haven't seen it.
There comes a moment when a fighter feels like there is almost nobody left to defeat. Naoya Inoue has reached that level after dominating opponents across multiple weight classes. But Jesse Bam Rodriguez has emerged as a new challenger, demanding attention and finally getting a direct response from Inoue.
There's a lot of talk, of course, of you fighting Bam Rodriguez in what might be the biggest fight in boxing history under featherweight. What are your thoughts on a fight with Bam?
まあそれはもうタイミング次第です。ネギです。
Everything changed after Inoue dominated Junto Nakatani in a performance that left little doubt about his level. With another elite champion defeated, fans began wondering who could truly challenge him next. That question quickly brought Jesse Bam Rodriguez into the spotlight.
So this past weekend, right, we had the Masha Inoue beat Nakatani by unanimous decision. What are your thoughts on that fight and Inoue's performance?
I like Inoue's performance. I feel like a great fight. You know, they both showed high level in there. You know, great chess match, and I like Inoue's performance. He bit down. You know, I feel like Inoue got a lot of the first couple rounds early. He came out strong, is sharper. Nakatani started, you know, getting his groove a little bit towards the end, but overall, Inoue was more dominant one. I like the performance for sure.
Do you feel like Nakatani started too late? Like after the first 6 rounds, it was like, you know, posturing, feigning. They really weren't committing.
Yeah.
And I think after 6 rounds, probably Inoue up like 4-2, 5-1, and then 7 through 10, it seemed like Nakatani was picking it up, but then Inoue closed. Is that the way you saw it as well?
Yeah, I did. Nakatani started getting his groove as soon as he was. Then, yeah, like you said, at the later rounds, Inoue stepped on that gas. So, you know, but shout out to Inoue for sure. That was a good win.
Now, a lot of people, one of my main man, Robert Garcia, right? I was with him, and his phone started like going off the hook. Everyone's calling him. They're talking about, yo, Bam Inoue next. Like, Turkey wants it like in January or February, I'm hearing. What are your thoughts on Bam Inoue?
Bam, one of my favorite fighters right now. He real sharp, very skillful. You know, got good power. I'd like to see that fight. Inoue's a little bigger than him, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Inoue's at 122, Bam at 115. So Bam's gonna fight at 118 next month against Antonio Vargas for the WBA 118 title.
Yeah.
And they want to go straight at Inoue for the next 122.
I mean, that's not a bad decision. I feel like Bam, man, that 115 is small, but I think out of camp he walk around a little heavier though. So
yeah,
he'll be straight. You know, it's nothing too crazy.
You think it might benefit him moving up?
Possibly, yeah. He might feel stronger. You know, he already got good power, so he might even have more. You know, without that big weight cut as much. So I'm excited.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez has built his reputation by accepting challenges that many young fighters would avoid. Instead of taking an easy route, he has consistently tested himself against dangerous opposition. His trainer Robert Garcia even calls him the Legend Slayer, reflecting the confidence behind his performances.
Read all the press clippings, the big elephant in the room. You and Naoya Inoue, you have a big fight coming up. He has a very big fight coming up early next month. You want to go back down, obviously, to fulfill Undisputed, but what would happen if that fight came on the table?
I'm ready whenever. You know, that fight's been brought up just as much as Chocolatito fight back then. So if that fight was presented to me right now, I'd definitely go ahead and take it.
I mean, I'm sure you'll be a very interested observer in the fight next month.
Yeah.
One of the bigger fights in Japan, I can't even remember since when. What do you make of that fight with him and Junto Nakatani?
I think it's a great fight. I think whoever lands the first big punch definitely gonna put the other to sleep, but I mean, it's gonna be hard. I mean, that's a great fight. They're both pound for pound greats. They're both world champions, so I think this is the kind of fight that like whoever lands first is gonna win.
I mean, they were in action in separate fights in Riyadh last year. Nakatani was in really tough. Just squeaked by in that fight. Did you take anything away by watching those two? Did it change your perception of how the fight might play out after watching both of them in their last performances?
No, I mean, before those fights, I was favoring Inoue to win the fight. And then, like I said, those fights didn't change anything. Styles make fights. The guy Nakatani fought was non-stop pressure. I don't think Inoue has that same kind of style.
Yeah.
So, like I said, styles make fights.
Do you think you and Inoue finally getting in there, that's a fight that will define this era in the lower weight classes?
I think so. I think me against Inoue would definitely be, if not one of the big.
Bam has dismantled world champions with a fast and unpredictable style that is difficult to read. Challenging Inoue, however, would be a completely different level of test that could define his legacy. Bam's team believes his speed, movement, and unusual angles could give Inoue problems others have failed to create.
So many calls from all over the world, you know, are you guys ready for the fight? And yeah, we are ready, but when is the right time too? I'm not gonna jump 2 divisions to go in there and risk it. I think Bam's only 25, so I think we have plenty of time to do it. But it won't even be that far from now. I think it could be like I'm thinking
like late 2026.
I'm thinking fight. Look, that's what I was gonna say. Look, Bam fights. Hopefully, we get that undisputed fight sometime in April or May. Then after that, it's gonna be 118. So we want to do those this year. So we could get the new fight early next year, or maybe end of this year. You never know. So the fight will happen. I know it is gonna happen. Bam wants the fight. That's the fight Bam wants too. But he also understands that you know, we're gonna do our job building him to get used to the 118 pounders, and then you know, then he'll be a little bit he'll feel better 1 or 2 fights at 118 to know that he's ready for 120.
For years, Inoue has rarely relied on trash talk or social media to build attention around his fights. But during a viral Yes or No interview, he was asked whether he wanted to face Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez and simply answered yes. When asked if he believed he would win, Inoue again said yes with a calm confidence that immediately caught fans' attention.
現在メキシコより優れたボクサーを生む国ですか？
Yeah.
日本は現在最高のボクサー陣を用意し、
Yeah.
12月27日リヤドでナヤ選手と中谷選手が対戦したら、その後次に対戦しますか？それより後に。
これはどうだろう？イエスノーじゃちょっと答えだ。
ご自身は、現在世界一の選手ですか？前回級によって。
Yes.
ジェシー・バム・ロドリゲス、対戦したい相手ですか？バム・ロドリゲスを倒せると確信していますか？
Yes.
12月27日、リヤドでアラン・ピカソをノックアウトしますか？
Yes.
日本で最高のベスト、グレイテストスポーツ選手ですか？
No.
って
いうのは、主観で、いろいろな意見もあるのでね。
This potential fight is already attracting attention from major figures behind the scenes, with Eddie Hearn confirming that early discussions have taken place. Strong Saudi backing and massive fan interest could help move the matchup forward faster than expected. A blockbuster fight in 2027 is now being discussed as a realistic possibility if negotiations go smoothly.
It's time to actually go back and fight back home, so there's no rush. I have a lot more fights left in me, so when the time comes, I'll be more than ready.
What weight class do you see yourself maybe eventually retiring at? Because obviously there's the talks of people wanting to see if you would end up fighting the winner of Inoue versus Nakatani. I mean, that's another division up. So where do you see that could possibly be the highest weight class that you would go to?
Honestly, I think 126, I think 130 would be pushing it, but it is doable, I think, once I'm, close to retirement, but 126 would probably be the cap.
Yeah, and you're still young, so you're really still coming into your own.
Yeah, I'm only 26 years old. I just turned 26 in January, so we'll see. It's a matter of time. Time will tell, so one fight at a time, like I said.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Vargas. What can we expect against Vargas? A war?
I think so. Vargas, he's a very exciting fighter. He's been dropped, but he gets up and he fights back like he didn't get dropped. So I know he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of. He applies a lot of pressure. He's fast as well. So I feel like that kind of style clashing with mine it's inevitable to get fireworks. I think come June 13th is gonna be it's a exciting fight for all the fans.
What did it feel like, though, to be able to get the call to know that you are getting a shot at a world title moving up to bantamweight?
It was exciting just because there is a dilemma at 115. I wanted to go undisputed, but the IBF was, there's 2 other guys fighting for that. So when they told me I was moving up to my 3rd division to fight for a world title right away, that's exciting. So that kind of fight is what pushes me to go in the gym and work even harder to get that job done.
And so what happens then? You win. Do you stay there? Do you go back down and try to become undisputed there? Or what's the plan?
That is the plan, to capture this world title and then maybe move back down to 115 and become undisputed. But if I feel good at 118, better than I did at 115, then I have no problem staying at 118.
And then obviously Eddie Hearn, Robert, everyone's talking about down the line, not next, but definitely down the line, would love to see you fight either against Nakatani or Inoue. Do you want to maybe say who you favor in that fight between the two?
I think Inoue wins the fight. Okay. Just because he has more experience. He's been in the weight division longer than Nakatani has, so I do favor Inoue, but Nakatani, he does have a chance as well, just because he has that kind of one-punch power.
Maybe that could be the big fight. in your hometown, right?
Yeah, hopefully. If not, I don't mind going to Japan either. I love going to Japan. I love
That would
spending.
be cool.
Yeah, I love spending time there. So.
Oh, so you have traveled there before?
Yeah, I've been there plenty of times. But like I said, either San Antonio or Japan. I don't care where it's at.
And you're at this really great stage of your life in being 26 that your body really could handle going up and down. Like you're doing it at right at the right time.
Yeah, I believe so. Like I said, 26 years old, so my body still hasn't fully capped off. So I feel like
You can cut weight like that.
yeah, still it's a little bit harder than when I was like 17, 18, but
However, former champion Sean Porter does not believe the matchup would be completely even. He has warned that the difference in size could become a major factor, especially when moving between lighter weight classes. Porter believes the jump from 115 pounds toward 122 or 126 could create a serious challenge for Bam.
Quick, now I think we can get out of here. Strength doesn't mean putting on muscle so that you can hit somebody and clock them. There's strength that you need to withstand what you're getting hit with as well. And Bam has to really build his body up a little bit more, getting in the ring with somebody like Inoue, who has both speed, power, quick, who has the total package. I think Bam has the total package, and he's growing into becoming the total package while Inoue is there now having the total package.
6-year age difference?
Yeah.
6 years and...
Let's slow it down just a little bit, respectfully. I say that with all respect.
Both been got off the canvas and got the knockout. I love that. So both can be put down, both can be hurt. So we'll see.
That would be a sharp fight. 2 years? Year.
Yeah, 2 years. After 2 years.
I hate to wait 2 years, but I think 2 years is like, now we talking about who's this fight favor. It favors Bam, I think, in 2 years.
Yeah.
Might favor Bam in 2 years, might be 50-50 in a year. And now I think I got 60-40, 55-45.
Inoue has spent years adapting to the strength and power of heavier weight classes, while Bam would be the one moving up. Even if Rodriguez boxes brilliantly and lands cleaner punches, Inoue's natural power could change everything with one accurate shot. That leaves one major question. Can elite skill overcome a significant difference in power?